الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم ألهمنا مراشد أمورنا وأعذنا من شرور أنفسنا. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى: وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان. صدق الله العظيم. There are two occasions of dua which many a person becomes oblivious, negligent, does not understand the occasion, does not take the benefit. Both those occasions comes during the month of Ramadan. It is towards these two occasions that in different places Allah Ta'ala shows what a unique occasion it is to make dua. One is the occasion of difficulty. And Ramadan is from the beginning till the ending an issue of difficulty. There has never been an easy Ramadan. At the end of Ramadan, people will normally say it went so fast. But during the days of Ramadan, everything is against nafs. You see people eating around you, you will feel hungry. You feel tired because you are waking up earlier, you are sleeping later. After every 2 rakats, you're thinking there's another 18, there's another 16, there's another 12, 10 is finished. One day of Tarawih is finished, you say there's another 29 days. There's a lot of difficulty in the month of Ramadan. Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam was ordered with difficulty. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam was ordered with a lot of difficulty. Amongst perhaps the most difficult was the time when he had to put a knife to the throat of his son. And Allah Ta'ala then orders him on another occasion to leave his son and the mother of the son. So Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam leaves from his land of Sham with his son Ismail alayhi salam and the mother Hajar radiyallahu anha, and Jibril alayhi salam leads them along the way. When they reach into the lands of what we call today Hijaz-e-Muqaddas, Makkah Mukarramah, on that occasion it was not like today where there were signboards and there were shops. It was a desert which had no water source, because of which it was not on the main caravan paths. There was people going through the deserts, but they would have routes which would move along where there were sources of water. No one in the desert is going to go off that route, you're going to die. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, when he reaches Hijaz, Makkah Mukarramah, he will also naturally say to Jibril alayhi salam that if I'm going to leave my family here, let's move towards the route. There's going to be water on that route, there will be caravans on the route, they will be passing by all the time, they will give something. And every time when he says to Jibril alayhi salam, let's stop here, he's told carry on, carry on. And at that place where he would never have said stop, if you have studied the tarikh or the history, or if ever you get a chance and you visit a museum in Makkah Mukarramah, they will show you the place which no one would ever have visited, no traveler would ever have gone, is where Ibrahim alayhi salam was told to leave his family. It was off the path, not just off the path, very far from the path. So when he's leaving his family there, he looks around and he says, there's no way someone is going to land up here. So I'm now leaving someone and there's no water. His family will also say, oh, our master, do you leave us in a place where there's no food, there's no water? I want you to understand how hard it was for him that Ibrahim alayhi salam turns around. Jibreel alayhi salam says, bas, leave them. When he turns around, if ever you had a child after many years, Ibrahim alayhi salam waited. He got his child when he was very, very old. He waited for so many years. And now when you get a child and he's just that crying baby, And now you are told, leave the child. If you have to go for Hajj and you have to leave a child after waiting so many years, although you know I'm coming back in 2 weeks' time, you'll know it's not easy at all. Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he turns, you can understand the pain that's going through him. He doesn't know what we know today, that Zamzam will come. He doesn't know that they're going to survive. For him, it's a sacrifice. When Allah said, put the knife by the throat, later on, he put it. If the child has to go, it's Allah's command. If the wife has to go, Allah's command. So when he turns, he doesn't know if they're going to survive or not. He doesn't know. And when she asked this question, are you leaving us in a place where there's nothing? He doesn't have an answer. Then she asks, has Allah ordered you with this? And then he just indicates yes. And then the mother of the child says, then Allah, we put our trust in Allah. He's not going to destroy us. But he never have an answer. So when he leaves the family, he leaves with a lot of pain. A lot of pain. At that occasion, normally when you got a lot of pain, you want to cry. You just want to cry. Allah Tabarak Ta'ala says, وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ اجْعَلْ. إِذْ means udhkur idh. Remember the occasion when. Remember the occasion means take a lesson. On that occasion, he never cried, he made dua. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ اجْعَلْ هَذَا. He said, Allah, this which is nothing. اجْعَلْ هَذَا بَلَدًا آمِنًا. That can I ask you to make this into a city of peace? There was no sign of a city. It was an area where there was nothing. You look at a place where there's nothing, you don't have high hopes. But because that occasion was an occasion of difficulty, he understood, he was a Nabi, that at the occasions of pain for Allah, you are the closest to Almighty Allah. This is the time for dua. During Ramadan, he made dua, Ij'al hadha baladan amina. Let this place become a city of peace. It was accepted. وَرْزُقَهَ لَهُ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ. And then bring the fruits to the people. It was accepted. He made du'as which you would have said impossible. But when Allah allows, then the impossible becomes possible. Travelers were passing. They noticed Zamzam first was created. Then birds were brought to the Zamzam. Then travelers are created. They're looking. They say, is there water in this area? They say, I have traveled on this path so long. There's no water in this area. They say, why so many birds? Said, send someone off the path, go and see what is there. They come. So many things could have happened. She was one single woman. They find water. Water there is like gold. They never know her. They could have killed her. They could have taken her like a slave. But when Allah wants it to happen, she stands by the water. They ask, whose water is this? She says, it's my water. Not one of them argue. They say, can we stay here? Can we put up camp? She says, as long as the water belongs to me. Say, no problem. When normally it would have been, we found water, kill the woman. It's our water. We can charge. We can set up the city. It's our city. One woman says, on condition the water belongs to me. She says, no problem. They put up their camp there. The child grows up. They look after the child. They will teach the child how to go hunting. They will teach the child how to talk. They do everything for the child. Allah put it in their heart. The mother was protected. The child was protected. The water was protected. If Ismail alayhi salam would marry in the family, when Allah Tabarak Ta'ala wants what the world calls impossible because possible. But what made the impossible possible? Dua at the time of difficulty, and then the acceptance of Almighty. Allah's acceptance is not in ours. Alayna al-juhd. Our job is to make the effort, and by Almighty Allah is ijaba, to give the acceptance. Allah Tabarak Ta'ala in the verses regarding Ramadan says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي. If my servant ever asks you regarding me means, how far is Allah from me? A normal person, no one feels he's pious. You will see a pious man, you will think he's pious, you go ask him for dua. You say, Shaykh, Hazrat, make dua for me. Sometimes we don't make dua ourselves because we say how far we are from Allah. Allah Tabarak Ta'ala says, if ever my slave asks you, how far is he from Allah? فَإِنِّي قَرِيب. Then say to him, I'm close to him also. فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ. He doesn't have to go far to find me. He'll find me wherever he is. Sometimes the man says, I want to go for Hajj and make dua. Sometimes he says, I want to go for Umrah and make dua. I want to wait for Laylatul Qadr for dua. When you want Allah, you don't have to go anywhere. Allah is there, you just have to make the dua. During every day of Ramadan, occasions will come where you're going to feel pain. That pain is pain for Allah. You're staying hungry for Allah. You're staying tired for Allah. Tarawih time, you look at the clock. As soon as you look at it, you're tired already. This is the time for dua. Whenever you feel pain for Allah, you wake up in the morning, you are very tired. You are going to go wash your face. At that moment, make dua. For dua, you don't have to wait a musalla, a masjid, wuzu. Ibrahim alayhi salam cried when that wife of his, the mother of the child, said, my master, are you leaving us here? Soon as he felt the pain, that's when he said, let me make dua. Soon as he felt. He never said, let me go and make wuzu, let me find a musalla, let me put a musalla down 2 rakats. On the occasion of pain, your du'as will make the impossible possible. Ramadan, make your own progeny's future. Make the progeny of the ummah. Make dua, we are on the brink of revolution, and when Allah wants it to happen, it's going to happen. But whoever had given a dua to become part of the revolution, your share will be in that. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going to come. It was written at the beginning of time. He was going to come on his appointed time. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam made dua, oh Allah, send a Nabiya. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would say, I am the result of the dua of my father Ibrahim alayhi salam. He was going to come already. But Ibrahim alayhi salam made the dua and he got the share in the entire nubuwah. That is, I'm the result of the dua. The revolution is now going to come. We are already seeing the beginning of the Islamic revival, revolution. It's going to happen. The Mahdi has to come. Isa alayhi salam has to come. Me and you got a chance to put our dua as part of it. It is an honor. During Ramadan, you will find the times of difficulty. Grab that occasion to make dua. And the second occasion is at the time when you have completed the work. Allah Tabarak Ta'ala says, remember Ibrahim alayhi salam. وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ. Again remember, when Ibrahim alayhi salam and his son now lifted from the foundations of the Kaaba were already laid. But now they had to pick up the foundations. Jibreel alayhi salam showed them, this is the foundation. And on that they started putting up the walls. A lot of effort it took, going into the mountains, bringing the rocks. They had no one to say, bring the bricks, bring the material, bring it here and we'll do it. They were going to the mountains, coming back, going to the mountains, coming back, going to the mountains, coming back. But when it reached completion, وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ وَإِسْمَاعِيلُ. When it reached completion, me and you, when we reach completion, we just get happy. We will reach completion when we're going to break the fast. Now we're so happy, so we start looking. That samosa looks interesting, that bhaja. I wonder how that pizza will taste. That last few minutes is you reaching completion. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا. Again Ibrahim alayhi salam, on reaching completion, he said, if you have to make dua, this is the time. He said, Rabbana taqabbal minna. Allah, first will you accept whatever I did? Because although I did it with difficulty from my side, whatever can be really fit to be entered into your court. So he used the word taqabbal. Taqabbal means, I know my action is not worthy of acceptance. Allah showing kindness to me, make that which is not worthy, worthy. Taqabbal minna. Innaka anta as-sami'ul alim. Wa tub alayna innaka anta at-tawwabur rahim. Forgive us, look at us. He never stopped there. He continued. He made dua for himself. He made dua for his sons. He made dua for his progeny. He made dua for the coming of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rabbana wab'ath fihim rasulan minhum. So much of dua he made because he knew when the work is done, Allah Tabarakala again is ready to give. In the month of Ramadan, you're going to find the days of difficulty, the nights of difficulty, grab it for dua. In the month of Ramadan, you're going to find the occasions when you're completing the act. You will find the occasion of completing the fast. You will find the occasion of completing 20 rakats of Taraweeh every night. Each one is a ibadat which is unique. You don't have to wait for 30 days to say, I finish now. The khatam will come at the ending of 30. That's a unique completion. Quran has been read in 30 days, every day 20 rakats. That's another day for dua. Every time when you complete, don't ever miss the occasion for dua. From the first night till the last, in Ramadan, out of Ramadan, whenever the body goes through difficulty for Allah, and whenever work is completed for Allah, grab the occasion to make dua. You will make your future and the future of your progenies, and put your share in the future of the revolution of Islam. وصلى الله على النبي الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. سبحان الله وبحمده أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.